Going to be cooking up some Brussels sprouts today. Now, I know not everybody loves Brussels sprouts, but if you make up this dish, even the people that are not that keen on them, I think they're going to love them. It's a beautiful compliment with your roast dinner or your Christmas dinner. Now, these Brussels sprouts, we're not just going to boil them up and serve them up. What we're going to do is make them really flavoursome and delicious. We're going to mix them with some flaked almonds, lemon juice, double cream, and then we're going to add some bacon lardons. Finish them off with some breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. So whether you're serving that with your roast chicken, roast lamb, roast beef, or of course your Christmas turkey, they're beautiful and your guests will love them. Now the first thing is, I just want to go through the ingredients we're going to use. Now I've got my Brussels sprouts there. Quite often they either come loose or in these bags. Now when I was at the market the other day, I found this one on the stem as they're grown. So I thought I'd bring one of those home just to show you that. Now in total, you want to use about 800 to 900 grams of Brussels sprouts. Now you need to kind of prepare a little bit your Brussels sprouts because the outside layer of the sort of leaf sometimes looks a bit grotty. So we're just going to peel one layer of the leaf off just to keep them looking fresh. And then we're going to parboil them for about 3 or 4 minutes in some salty boiling water. Now the other ingredients, we've got 20 grams of flaked almonds, 30 grams of grated Parmesan cheese, 30 grams of breadcrumbs. I'm going to use the juice of half a lemon, 20 grams of butter, 400 ml of double cream, and then I've got some bacon lardons. Now, if you haven't got bacon lardons or you can't get hold of those, use a really nice bacon. I would say about 200 grams of the bacon or bacon lardons. Finally, a little bit of salt and pepper and some oil. So there's all the ingredients. Now I'm going to get the Brussels sprouts prepared. So we're going to peel off the outside leaf, if you like, just to make them look nice. And then, as I say, I'm going to parboil them in some salty water for about 3 or 4 minutes. So with the Brussels sprouts, if you are buying them on this sort of stem, just be careful, chop them off. Now have a look at it. Now it's always worth pulling the first layer off just to sort of freshen them up a little bit, because sometimes the skins look a little bit sort of, you know, grotty. And then I just make that little sort of cut in there just to help sort of boil them so that it sort of cooks evenly, really. So I'm going to carry on doing that with all the other Brussels sprouts, and then we're going to put them into some boiling salty water and parboil them for about 3 or 4 minutes. Now we're going to start off, kettle of boiling hot water there. That'll do us. Switch the heat on. Initially bring it up to the boil. Once it comes to the boil, then obviously you can add the Brussels sprouts and maybe just turn the heat down a little bit. Going to add some salt. So the salty water's just come to the boil. So in with the sprouts. So now we've got the sprouts in that boiling salty water. Just going to turn the heat down a little bit because you don't need them necessarily boiling, just sort of gently simmering away, really. As I say, about 3 or 4 minutes until they've softened up very slightly, and then we can tip them out into a colander and let them cool down. Just going to pour that there. I mean, obviously, if you was making a gravy, you could keep this water. So I'm just going to leave the Brussels sprouts just to sort of drain off and cool down slightly. Now, what I'm going to do next is go back over to the hob and I'm going to start frying up the bacon lardons. Let's just switch the heat on. Again, I'd say something like a medium heat. Now, I've got my butter there. Let's just pop that in. Now also, I'm going to put some oil in there, a bit of olive oil. I think the combination of two gives a nice flavour, and also I think the oil helps for the butter not to burn so easily. So once that's sort of just about melted, just give that a quick swash around. That's it. I'm going to go in with the bacon lardons, so let's just pop those in. Now, if you find the heat's too high, you can turn it down just a little bit. Might just turn mine down a fraction. Give those a quick stir, get everything coated. And then we've got the almonds, so let's pop those in. Again, remember, give it all a turn around. Now I've probably given these nearly 3 minutes. So what I'm going to do next is start putting my sprouts. So I'm going to bring my sprouts over. Now some of these I'm going to cut in half. So if I just show you that. And some of them I'm going to leave whole. So there's a bit of a mixture. So I'll just carry on putting those in until I've got them all in there, and then we can give it a good toss around. There you go, got the rest of the sprouts done, so I'm just going to put those all in. So I've chopped some of the bigger ones up, and some of the smaller ones I just kind of left whole. Now we need to just turn the heat up a little bit here, and then I'm going to just gently kind of move these around. Now if you've got quite a wide frying pan, then it's probably better. At the moment this is actually the biggest one I've got. And again, you probably want to give it another 3 minutes or so. So I've been tossing all the ingredients around constantly really for all the 3 minutes. Now what I'm going to do now is add the cream. I'm just going to go in with the cream. There's about 400 ml cream. Now you want to turn the heat up and bring this to a boil really, and we're going to do that for just a couple of minutes, just until it starts to thicken up a little bit. So let's just move it all around again. I mean, that's one of the reasons you only want to part boil the Brussels sprouts, because otherwise they're going to start falling apart. So just give that a stir, keep the sort of cream boiling for a couple of minutes until it just starts to thicken up a little bit. That's it. Now this cream is just starting to thicken up, so it's going to turn it off now actually. Just going to give it all a quick final stir. It's starting to smell good. I think it's those bacon lardons. So I've got that off the heat now, I've switched the heat off. And we're going to add in some lemon juice. Now before I add that lemon juice, it's a good time just to sort of see how the creamy sauce is. Let me try. Oh, that's tasting really nice actually. You taste it at this point and you'll know this is going to be delicious. Now I will add just a little bit of ground black pepper. And also, I'm going to add a little pinch of salt. We don't need too much because we're also going to add parmesan later on. That's a little bit salty as well. So that's really ready for the lemon now. So I've got half the juice of half a lemon. So squeeze that. You can squeeze it through your fingers and that way you shouldn't get any pips. See, I've got the pips there in my hand. There you go. And again, let's give that a good old stir. So now we've got the Brussels sprout mixture all ready to go. Now we're going to go over to the table, get an oven-proof dish, and then we're going to pour all the stuff from the frying pan in there and just sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese and some breadcrumbs. And then put it in the oven, cook it up, and it will be delicious. So we're going to mix the Parmesan and the breadcrumbs. So put the breadcrumbs, these are homemade ones, but you can buy those. And then I've got grated Parmesan cheese. Just really mix those up quick. So there you go, that's done. I'm not going to season that, leave that as it is. Now let's get me dish. Now the dish I've chosen, just put this in view a minute, it's just about the right size really. So, you know, just use a dish. for the amount of Brussels sprouts you're cooking up. So let's tip all that mixture straight in the dish. So let's just be careful. There you go, I've got that all out of the pan. And then we've got the mixture of the breadcrumbs and that and the parmesan. It's going to get a really nice flavour. And also with the breadcrumbs, they go a little bit golden brown as well, so it's going to give it a nice colour on top. So now we've got the parmesan and breadcrumbs all over the top, looking delicious. Now that was really easy to prepare, but the results are going to be great. Now what we're going to do is put it into a preheated oven, temperature wise, 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 6. And I'll say you want to be cooking for about 20 minutes. So I've been cooking the sprouts, the Brussels sprouts, for 20 minutes in the oven. So let's have a look at them. Whoa. Oh, the aromas, wonderful smells. Look at that, that looks beautiful. It's nice and golden brown on top. Some of the sort of, you know, Brussels sprouts just a little bit roasted, and underneath you've got that creamy mixture all bubbling away. That's going to be delish. Now I'm going to pull that out, put it on the table, just let it cool down slightly, and then we're going to try some. All right, so let's just have a look inside and see how it is. I'm just going to go down there. I'll use another spoon. I've got a little plate here next to me, so just going to put that there. Just want to get some of that creamy sauce. That's it. There you go. If I do that, you can kind of see what it's like. It's nice and creamy inside, and you've got those bits of bacon everywhere, and you know, it's all looking good. So let's just try some of that. Now I'm just going to start with one of these Brussels sprouts. This is the one we cut in half there, but let me try that. Really nice. You've got the taste of the Brussels sprout, but it's not too strong, and that lovely creaminess, and oh, and you get a bit of that bacon flavour as well. Lovely, lovely. Let's try a bit of that bacon. I'll put that bit of that. Oh yeah, delish. Oh, this is so good. You've really got to go and make it. I just want a bit of that coating as well. Look at that coating. Try that. Oh yeah, the parmesan, really nice. These flavours really go together really well, and it would make a lovely little accompaniment to your sort of special dinner you're going to have. And I think you find your guests will probably ask for more. So make sure you cooked enough, because it's really delicious. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it, and do have a happy Christmas. All the best, the original Naked Chef.